too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march there on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Derrick Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's do what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey.
Here's Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Jim. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Deuce.
Back to throw. Fields steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will be a Giants 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Saquon Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security. And they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. On 1st down, Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap. Fields escaping the pressure right. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they pulled a little rabbit out of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage
well
on
played.
that one?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Jones throwing on 4th down. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Check, 43.
Out of the gun, Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Simon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
33. Push him back. Push him back. Flag 33. Check flag 33.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
To the air again, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check flag 33.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check flag 33.
I got you. I got you. Mike, check 33. 33.
All day, baby. All day. All day. Go. Hey, check flag 33. Check flag 33.
Throwing again is Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down, Jones. Flushed out right.
Open man right side is Tony.
And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Bears 7. Young Koo set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fox. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
You think you're going to
A toss left. Henry. And some room to roam now. And all the way to the opposite 45.
81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This is Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On 2nd and 12, Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Giants 31, Bears 7. Young Wei Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st down, Fields.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll run on 1st down. Fox, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He didn't seem it.